MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just got here.
Literally just sat down. Is it a kitchen chair, really?
That motherfucker. Not comfortable. I was looking for that chair that was down there in the computer room.
It's the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New Orleans Saints. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in week 14. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Trying to get it now. You got to ride by yourself.
On first
I'm
down,
going for the scrimmage. The 6. Oh my God, how the fuck I missed this shit?
And this turns into a nice game.
You got to find out how to do.
Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional. I think you did. Well, I think it was you. I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Across the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league.
Solo,
this game with the idea.
The whole squad just
Otherwise, it's going to be a long
and the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. For the run show, Fadakasi. Coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
What about Will?
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially. So he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around. But offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
They go for it on 4th down. My goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He'll buy some time right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Let's see what his offense can do. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. The touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more.
Rookie Zach Wilson.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they try the right side here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
Man, get out the way.
He got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw to take him in right corner. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cole. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
They'll set up to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
And this a leaping effort effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
It's time to stay out there.
Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They go play action here on first down. Jones goes diving, and he's got it.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. looking to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back in the 7. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now back to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash, and this one just a chip it. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. There's a give to Carter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have a break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yards.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Yeah.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Wilson, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defensive.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Toward the sideline. did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with...
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's taken down inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 21. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. He'll drop to throw.
Bruh, I knew that bullshit came
Maybe
out.
the turning point they need. Picked off by Tease Taylor.
Bro, I'm like, man, ain't playing touching
He's
that.
had a fantastic rookie season, made a
It's
lot
better
of lovely
time, bro.
throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it,
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He's knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Bro,
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
I'm thinking Cole can like move. Like, you could
And the
keep
Jets
running.
are right back in this football game.
Then all one didn't even fucking go out when they
With
were out.
the safety bidding.
That's why I was like, oh, flip.
That you have to hold the safety.
I got
And
2
you do
fucking
that
kids,
with
bro.
your head
Come on, man.
movement,
This
your
should be pissing me
eyes,
off,
sometimes
man.
your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to
I
the
was
throw
going for
that you
the
really
interception.
want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 2nd and 10. Wilson, throw right side, complete to Carter. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark it down to the 39. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for. That time it costs them. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Oh.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it. But and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Good post over.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Saints, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Good thing.